Mizzle Dub Show, where they know sports. If you wanna know about sports, this is where you go. Welcome to the Mizzle Dub Show, where they know sports. If you wanna know about sports, this is where you go.
First time, touchdown, first time, touchdown, yeah. 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 Touchdown, yeah. Touchdown, yeah.
Well, welcome everybody.
It's really going to irritate the heck out of me trying to get this show across right about now.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as my co-host is having a very difficult time with his microphone, he's going in and out.
Right now, fuck the mic right now. That's how I'm feeling.
Oh, we are
That's-
throwing
that-
language out already.
that's-
Well,
No, because
we'll tell the people.
because
Tell them how you
no,
feel.
because first it's saying I can't turn the camera on because I'm still signed into Skype and still signed into Zoom. So I sign out of both of those. Now it keeps wanting to unplug my freaking mic. I'm over it right now. I'm over it.
Technology can suck it, as we would say.
Yeah, they can suck big fat balls right now, Mr. Garrison. That's how I'm feeling right now. But welcome to episode 168 of the Mizzle and Dub Show.
Yes.
So rough day at work, huh? That was it? Just was it more of the clients, or was it more of just your coworkers, or just was it a?
No, it was just all around busy. We had our census was very high. We were at like 203 with census. That means the total people all through the hospital. And we had 23 patients waiting in ER to get into another room. So that means a lot of discharging, a lot of moving patients to accommodate for everybody else to try to get in and get comfortable. So I had about 11 discharges today, and that's a lot for my shift in the area that I'm in. So it was hauling ass, a lot of hauling ass. So the moment I walked up in there into my first break, into my lunch break, is when I got a chance to sit down. So yeah, it was a lot of moving and moving, but it made the day go by fast though. But it was just brutal.
Yeah, that really does. But
It's
first
normally
off,
normally on late nights you don't see Mizzle drinking a beer. No. But this night causes for me to drink a goddamn beer.
Well, that does happen. But before we get into this quick rapid fire edition, we had some tragic losses in the world of professional wrestling starting on late Monday night.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, technology is going to piss my brother off. You're really going to see him flash here in a second if it doesn't get its ish together. This is not going to be that. As you were, sir.
okay. Now I'm trying to be professional here because today on the other side of the ball we had a politician on the show who is a fan of ASMFL, and yeah, but you can see it on my face to where I'm trying to keep it cool because everybody knows how I feel about politics. They you know, I don't
Doesn't
like
belong to
talking
sports.
about it. Never has, never will, but that's just one person's opinion. So and nothing against the guy running for Congress. Cool dude, was funny, but it's like, okay, let him see what he's got to say. EAAO, get over with. However, right now, I bought this for a reason, to help me on podcasting. And right now, I'm getting tired of this computer telling me your microphone's unplugged. No, the hell it's not. But anyhow, before I was really interrupted by technology, a couple of losses in the world of professional wrestling starting on Monday night, which full-fledged circle, it's not Vince McMahon's company when the WWE is mentioning the name Ole Anderson.
Mm.
I guarantee you, if Vince was still running the company, Ole's Anderson name would not be mentioned at all in any kind of WWE programming. But as you see, this is not Vince's WWE anymore. But nonetheless, the legendary, and whether you like him or hate him, many people have their views, but Ole Anderson is one important name, certainly over the last 45 years. If you are a fan of the art that is professional wrestling,
Yes.
um, he's right up there with Dusty as one of the greatest minds in the business.
Yes.
Was a very good heel and face. Knew how to do both. Worked a lot backstage. Was also booking in the NWA, in the territories in Mid Atlantic, and for Jim Crockett Promotions, and of course WCW. I mean, he had his beefs with everybody. Had his beefs with Dusty Rhodes. Had his beef with Ric Flair. I mean, it's well known, but I mean, even Ric Flair took time out on his what formerly known as Twitter to give Ole his flowers. Same with Arn Anderson. Of course. Of course, as we know, he was the founding member and original member of one of the greatest stables of all time, the Four Horsemen. Lived a life at the age of 81, and then this morning, Michael Jones, but better to us as Virgil, passed away very young at the age of 61. Virgil was battling some health issues over the years.
Yeah.
Of course, mostly known for being the bodyguard, or some would say lackey, of the Million Dollar Man Ted DiBiase.
Yes.
Of course was known as Vincent in the NWO and WCW, but apparently in Mid South he was very, very popular as a Soul Train Jones, and
No kid.
actually had the Apollo Creed gimmick with the Apollo Creed gear on, which
What?
our good friend Terrence Rupp sent me that earlier this morning. But of course, for Virgil, his one shining moment came at SummerSlam 1991, where of course he defeated the Million Dollar Man Ted DiBiase for the $1 million belt, who was under the tutelage of the Hall of Famer, the late great Roddy Piper. So two tragic losses in the world of wrestling, and certainly our condolences and prayers to the family of Ole Anderson and Virgil. And also in Hollywood today, the legendary Richard Lewis, longtime stand-up comedian,
Funny guy.
he passed away today.
We got our threes.
At the age of 76. Of course, I remember him. I forgot the name of the show, but him and Jimmy Lee. Well, not that one, but I'm talking about back in the 80s on ABC. Him and Jamie Lee Curtis was on a sitcom, and I don't remember the freaking name of it.
Yes.
But unfortunately, it was Bette Midler who first reported it.
Good old Beth Midler.
Yeah, I mean, him, Richard Lewis, and Larry David complimented each other so well on Curb Your Enthusiasm. If you haven't watched it, go watch it on HBO. You can stream their episodes on Max.
Is a part of that too.
Yeah, but he had announced last year on his X account, formerly known as Twitter, that he was battling Parkinson's, which of course the same thing that Michael J. Fox is battling, that he's been advocating for ever since he was diagnosed. Of course, we all know the greatest Muhammad Ali battled that until the day he passed. So it's unfortunate, but I mean, he lived a heck of a life. Lived to be 76. Survived by his wife. So certainly prayers to him. And then finally, um, for the family and friends of the legendary Jam Master Jay, they finally found the cohorts guilty
Yes.
in the tragic shooting that took place back on the 30th
own
of October
friend,
back in
man. That's
2002.
his
His
own friend.
godson and a childhood friend over some white girl was the reason that hip hop lost a legendary trailblazing artist, which is
Damn
unfortunate.
drugs.
But hopefully for his friends and family, hopefully they have found solace and they have found peace,
Yes.
which is tragic and unfortunate. And then today, which we know it's getting towards the end, and I'm trying not to show emotions here, but it was the last Dynamite appearance of the man called Sting, and he gave us one more last thrill as, for the first time since the tragic passing of Owen Hart, Sting, for
Yes.
old time's sake, for one last time, came down for the Raptors, which he made famous
Beautiful.
during his run in '96 and '97.
Did you get
And
goosebumps?
Yes, it's like I went back to 1997 all over again during that run to where the buildup between he and Hogan at Stark '87 was coming into fruition. It was
Yes.
quite the moment, of course.
Yes.
The end of Sting's career coming to an end this upcoming Sunday at Revolution, where, of course, at the legendary Greensboro Coliseum, to where it's the arena that puts Sting on the map. Of course, him and the Nature Boy at the very first Clash of Champions in 1988. Oddly enough, on my grandfather's birthday is when Sting became a household name in the world of wrestling. Yeah, March the 27th, 1988, where the first Clash of Champions went head to head with WrestleMania 4.
Yes.
And the rest, as they say, is history. But I agree. We love Richard Morgan Fleer, better known as the Nature Boy Ric Flair, but Rick, no. I mean, okay.
Bro.
We will be the
baby could have dodged that jab. Yes,
we will be the first on this show to say, by God, do what you love to do.
Yes.
If you still have the ability to do it, by God, by all means, by the grace of God, if you have the strength to do it, by God, do it.
Well,
by God,
we're
Rick,
we're doing what we want right now.
Yeah,
we got our own freaking YouTube show. You know,
Nature Boy, I don't need the Nature Boy taking a low blow at 75 years old. He just celebrated his 75th birthday a couple of days ago. And once was a mighty Ric Flair chop has now turned into the Ric Flair love tap. Again, we love the Nature Boy.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna go through this experiment till he gets it right.
No, I'm just not gonna plug the mic back in because I don't know what's going on.
Look here, that was my Wade Wilson moment.
I know you have to have one every day. That's quite explainable. You don't have to say it to me. But real quickly, the Clippers clippered tonight or last night as well. You're the designated home team, but nonetheless,
bro, they're up like 20.
They were up 21. They were up 21, and kudos to LeBron James. LeBron went off in the fourth quarter, scored 19 of his 34 in the fourth quarter, and and the Lakers end up beating the Clippers by the final score of 116 to 112.
Not a good day.
20 seconds into the fourth quarter, the score was 98 to 77 in favor of the Clippers. I'm going to say that again. The score was 98 to 77 with 11 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the game.
That sounds like something the Warriors would do.
This particular version of the Warriors team, yes, you are correct. How many times this season have you and I see the Warriors have 20-plus point leads and lose the damn game? Which, of course, not the last game against the Nuggets, but the game before when they played the Nuggets again. The last time they played the before time they played the Nuggets, they were up 18 and lost that game by Nikola Jokic. The bank is open. Exactly. Too many to count, cuz yes, too many to count. Absolutely. But
that's right. That's what you need to start calling them. That's right. Yes.
But nonetheless, Mr. Doncic had himself a very nice birthday today and gave himself his own birthday present, which
did he wake up? Did he wake up?
He did. Yes, he did. Yeah, yes, he did.
So that means he went to bed with it on his mind.
Oh yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He woke up like Prince of King. It is my birthday. And so he just decided that just like he whooped Arsenio Hall's ass. Luka just said, "I'm gonna have a triple double. Fuck it. This is what we doing today. Get on my back today, T."
Folks, he's only 25, and that's scary. That's scary.
Indeed.
That's scary. Indeed. He's only 25, but he got his 11th triple double of the season.
How long you been in the league? About 4 years, 5 years. Did he come in at 20 or 9? I think he came in at 20.
Hold on. This is his rookie season was 2018-2019. So this is fifth season from Slovenia.
I am right. Yes.
Fifth season.
Look at hey. So that means he came in when he was 20 years old. And wait.
Already playing with grown men.
Oh, he was already playing with grown ass men overseas. That's why he said here, like we had this conversation on the last show. This is why he said American basketball is easy. I had a better competition. I mean, he can sit there and say that now. He ain't won an NBA championship, so I don't know how easy it is to him. You know what I'm saying? Jokic got one.
Well, he led the way. He led the way with 30 as he had 5 Mavericks in double figures. He had 30. Kyrie had 29. PJ Washington had 23. Tim Hardaway Jr. had 16. And Gafford had 13 off the bench as the Mavericks beat the Raptors 136 to 125. Pacers get back on the winning track. They beat the Pelicans 123 to 114. Timberwolves beat the Grizzlies 110 to 101 as the T-Wolves try to maintain their number 1 seed in the Western Conference.
I think they hold it down.
Double overtime in a fantastic game at the United Center. DeMar DeRozan scores 35. Andre Drummond was getting rebounds in a frantic pace. He had 26 boards to go along with 17 points as the Bulls beat the Cavaliers in double OT 132 to 120. 26. 26, yes. 2-6. 2-6 on the rebounds and still contribute with 17 points. Bulls beat the Cavaliers in double OT 132 to 123. And the Nuggets handle business at home as the other one woke up with 1. So there you go. So
they had a good dream with each other. they called each other in their dream. It was like, it's your birthday? Well, I'm gonna celebrate with you. Let's get this. Telekinesis in this motherfucker, Professor Xavier. Huh? Okay, I see how it is. Oh, yes. You will not outdo me tonight. Fuck you.
So the Joker had 14, 14, and 11 assists.
Oh,
As
so
Jamal,
whoa. So you mean to tell me he just had a quiet one? Wasn't even
yes,
spectacular as the other ones?
yes,
Just a nice little
yes.
14 point.
Well, that's because Jamal Murray. That's because Jamal Murray was getting off.
Oh. So he was passing the ball to Jamal Murray. Okay.
Yeah. Jamal Murray had 32 to
The
lead the
picture
Nuggets.
it's coming
KCP
clearly.
KCP had 16. Aaron Gordon had 17. Michael Porter had 14 for the Nuggets. As the Kings, most of the starting five struggled. Of course, De'Aaron Fox did not play for Sacramento.
Yeah.
Keegan Murray led the way for Sacramento with 21 points, 13 for Domas Sabonis, who was 3 assists shy of having his own triple double. As
But he's trying to get in that conversation too now. He's trying to get
yeah. Well, I mean,
all these
he
foreigners are having these. They're Orange Cassidy right now. Triple double. That's what they're doing right now, and I love
Nuggets
it.
beat Nuggets beat the Kings 117 to 96, and of
And
course,
like,
and,
it's on De'Aaron Fox. It
yeah,
depends on De'Aaron Fox. If that man can stay healthy, I'll put it this way: they'll probably make it to the next round this year. Of course, they ran against the juggernaut, the Warriors, because you know what I'm saying. The Warriors wasn't gonna let them like a goddamn thing into their place. Fuck that bean. Anyway, but me being putting my fandom to the side, I think the Kings had a good experience last year. They just need to stay healthy. If they stay healthy and stay with their team, they can pretty. But it's hard though. I got to know where they're sitting at right now, Dub. If you can pull up the
right,
standings.
right now they're in the play-in game.
Oh,
So right now, the top six, the top six,
that lets you
the
know how
top,
much I've been paying.
the top six in the West right now. Yeah, the top six in the West right now is T Wolves 1, OKC a half game back at 2, Nuggets 2 games back in the 3 seed. Then you got the Clippers at 4, Suns at 5, Pelicans at 6. Now, the question with that is, I think the sixth seed can flop because the question is with the Pelicans, as well as they're playing, can they be consistent with it? Because again, as we know, even though he has played a lot this year, and kudos to Zion for doing it, but he's always a big question mark because it's always how many games can he play.
Yep.
I mean, it's with Zion. It's never been about his talent. It's been about can he keep the weight down, and
Yep.
can he stay on the court. So
Well,
far,
here's the
he
thing.
had.
I got a rebuttal to this because about his weight. Has his weight stopped him from putting up big numbers?
It has not. No.
So what are you talking about?
I,
Is it now? Is the weight making him get injured? Now, if the weight is getting him injured, then okay, we got topic for conversation. But
yes.
if we're sitting here talking about his weight, the man is still putting up and still flying in the air, dunking the ball, getting rebounds, running up and down the court like it's nothing. What are we talking about? Is that something that they just want to just talk about? Because I don't see a big issue with it.
You're not
He's
wrong.
still. I mean,
You
it ain't
are.
like slimming like 3-4 Big Macs with a quarter pounder. The man's still out there getting busy. So what the f we talking about?
You're
Yeah,
not wrong.
brother. I'm in rare form today. Yeah. Let's keep the topics going because hey, what Stone Cold say? I'm hot.
I'm on fire. Give me another arrow. Give me another arrow, Ricky. But right now, as it stands, Dallas is at 7, Kings at 8, Lakers at 9, Warriors at 10. So that's your Western Conference.
Okay, now is the 10 spot still playing?
Yes, and that's currently held by the Warriors right now.
All they need is to do it just to get in. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all
So
they got to do.
I mean, because
to
answer your question, I agree with what Mizzle said. It basically is depending on how healthy De'Aaron Fox can stay. Well, not just him, how healthy him and Sabonis stays, because they will go as far as
Mm-hmm. You plug that microphone in one more time and try to get it to go. I'm gonna send my ghost to Vegas. We're gonna have a nice little
You
conversation.
send your ghost, you send your ghost. My proton pack and trap will be ready for that ass. Anyhow, well, yes, the Warriors still do
I
need a
love
big man. He's ready.
well,
He's ready for Deadpool 3.
hey, as a Warrior fan, we've been living with this for years.
Correct.
But when they win a championship, it's almost like, well, fuck, do they really need a big man? And then you're like, yes, because Looney can't do it by himself, and I don't really consider Looney a big man.
No, he's not.
So
He's a poor man's power forward, but he always seems to get those big key
because
rebounds when you need them.
yes, facts. We're gonna preach that until they decide to finally get a big man. I think the last big man they had, if you want to be honest, besides Bogut, was DeMarcus Cousins. I think
Yeah,
that's the last big man that they have.
and he really wasn't that effective in the Warriors either.
And you know what? Hey, cousin, you are spitting 110% facts. This is the reason why we've been saying we need a big man. Just because somebody got to deal with Jokic. They need something. I don't say we need 100% Jokic, but they need somebody like a caliber of him, just like a smidget.
Well, here's the thing. If you and the really funny thing is, like, when Draymond is in the lineup against Jokic, Jokic's record is only 9-16. When Draymond doesn't play, Jokic's record is 8-2, which is a very unique stat. Because
Well,
here's the thing. And it was kind of like LeBron back in his prime. If you made LeBron a scorer, your chances of beating a LeBron team was very great because LeBron had to concentrate on scoring and not sitting everybody else up. It's the same with Jokic. If Jokic is more so passing and rebounding, be afraid, be very afraid when you're playing the Denver Nuggets because, like I said, or like my co-host has said, he goes to sleep dreaming about this, wakes up, goes to the bathroom, does number one, and says, "I'm a mess around today and get one." I'm gonna get one today, and lo and behold, he gets one against the Kings. Kings
and
never
the
stood a chance. So with certain
piggyback off
players, it's like,
and to piggyback off what you said about if he's passing and rebounding, that's scary because he has not decided to become a scorer yet. So imagine when you take away what he's doing
and
with
he,
his passing, then he becomes a scorer. That just ultimately opens it up for everybody on the court. That's why you see Jamal Murray gets off. See, this team is built to win, man. It. As long as Jokic is
which
healthy,
is
they are going to be the defending champions for me.
which is which is
That was another
which
thing
is
I was
why
going
I
to say
said,
because Draymond Green is the only person that kind of gets physical with him.
yeah.
Yeah, and just like how you got, just like with Sabonis, yeah.
Well, my thing is this. I mean, I don't care that the Boston Celtics have the best record in the association. The Boston
Oh,
Celtics did not get to the finals last year.
oh,
They did not. That team that plays in the parquet floor that you don't like, that wears green, that team.
fuck that little leprechaun.
That team. I understand it, and that's about the only thing you and that damn team in Los Angeles agrees on about that team that plays in Boston, Massachusetts. That's about the only
And
thing you guys agree on.
about that team in LA too.
I know. But as I'm saying,
Agree.
I don't care that the Celtics have the best record in the NBA. I don't care that the Milwaukee Bucks have Giannis and Dame Dollar and Dame Time.
Because they have Doc Rivers. That's why you don't care.
Even if they still had Adrian Griffith, I would say the same doggone thing. Simply because until somebody eliminates the Denver Nuggets or you beat them in the NBA Finals, they are still okay. Outside of my Warriors,
Or
outside,
you take the heart out of Jimmy Butler.
yeah.
Because as long as Jimmy Butler's still playing with the Heat.
And as long as the Miami Heat still have a chance to get into the playoffs, I am never going to doubt them because again, Heat culture is real. Eric Spoelstra is a damn good coach.
Facts.
And the fact of the matter is, 4 out of the last 5 years, the Miami Heat have either been in the NBA Finals or the Eastern Conference Finals. This is just what the Miami Heat do. Okay.
While you're not talking about it, while you're not, they quietly will just be putting in work while everybody's talking about Milwaukee, the Celtics. Hell, even my Sixers when Embiid is playing. Or even like Atlanta. But all Miami is doing is just consistently winning, finding a way to get in the playoffs, killing your number one seed, killing your favorite, and getting to the, like you said, the Eastern Conference Finals or the finals. 4 out of the last 5 years. Quietly.
And keep this in mind, folks. They were in the play-in game, lost the first game, and still got to the finals. Now, that's not to say that Denver would have not won it anyway.
Yeah.
But if Tyler Hero is in the finals playing against the Nuggets, it at least goes to 6 instead of the Nuggets winning in 5. It would at least go to 6 games.
Because he can shoot.
Yes.
He can shoot. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But now you add Terry Rozier, who can score.
Scary Terry.
To go along with Jimmy Buckets, to go along with, and on the last show, I said you need to start putting Bam Adebayo as a candidate for MVP because he's been a double machine all year. But I mean he's been that way his whole career. I mean Bam. If you want to talk about players that really are underrated, that really don't get a lot of flowers. I mean, we say it enough about Jimmy Butler, but by God, Bam. I mean, we've always said that Jimmy Butler can play on my team today. I will say the same thing about Bam Adebayo. I mean,
there's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. You won't get no disagreement from me with that.
I mean, if I could have Bam Adebayo on the Warriors, oh my God, good Lord.
I think they tried to get him. I just think the numbers, the figures, and everything didn't add up to that. I believe they tried.
My God, man, you put him with Curry. Oh my good Lord! But now again, granted, it was against the Wizards, but having Chris Paul and Klay Thompson to lead your number two team off the bench, this is why you still have to not sleep on the Warriors if they somehow manage to get into the playoffs, because the last few games, Klay Thompson has been playing like his old self off the bench. He has accepted his role. He has embraced the role. And if that continues,
who was his teacher?
That means
who did he learn how to embrace that role from? Who embraced that role? No.
You talking? Hold on. I see you, animation. Hold on.
Yeah, I know where you're going. Yeah, talk to him.
Oh, you mean this guy? That guy? This guy here? That guy there?
100%. Who embraced that role and understood, if this is where you need me, especially running the second squad, that's where you flourish. It's not our fault that we have a starter, 2 starters, that is, in the second squad. Get your squad up. Okay? Chris Paul and Klay Thompson should be doing that when they come off the bench. They should be leading the way. All right. And I need Kerr to find a way to get Moses Moody back on the court.
You're not wrong. You're not
All right.
wrong.
But Kuminga has earned it.
Oh, he's earned the starting spot. Yes.
We've been saying that for about a month or two about that Kuminga needs to be on the floor a little bit more, and you're starting to see it. And while we're sitting here talking about the Warriors, and I hope everything is okay, but it always around playoff time that Andrew Wiggins disappears.
Yeah,
now again they don't know when he's coming back.
Yeah, this personal issue, whatever it is, it's really taken because again, this is the second time around playoff time to where this is happening yet again. Now, with that said, in a sense, now the question is, who do you now insert into that starting role that he was on? Because it was Kuminga, Draymond, Pozinski, and Curry, part of your starting five, along with Wiggins. So now, who do you implement into that slot? I mean, is it Sarge? Is it Sarge? You could do that. Personally,
that's a liability on defense.
True. Personally, I would love for them to insert Moody into the starting lineup.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I was just figuring that Sarge would be the correct answer.
I get it, but why not let Sarge and I mean not Sarge, let Moody, Kuminga, and Draymond be your front court. I mean, you got you have the athleticism with both Moody and Kuminga to where they can both get rebounds and run the break and set up and be that reward the big man with the ball, or possibly do you insert the rookie Jackson Davis into that slot?
Oh, see now you're talking. Now wait, where's is Gary Payton still hurt?
No, he's been playing, but you could put him in the starting lineup. So I mean your front. I mean, it could be Curry, Pozinski, Draymond.
But you go real small to start.
True, but what Kuminga and Draymond and Payton give you on the defensive end, and more specifically with Gary, and more specifically with Gary Payton II, what he does on the offensive glass.
Yeah. He has options, but I would more so want to see what Moody got right now, because you know what you're going to get from GP. You kind of know what you're going to get for Sarge a little bit. And now if you try to make these young men work to get their playing time to get it, here's a prime time to put Moody out there and let him run and see what you're going to get. Because you just did the same thing with Kuminga. Because Kuminga had one hell of a month where me and you were like, Kerr, you should have been doing this a long time ago.
Well, not just that. It was a matter of, okay, he's got some good mojo, he's got some good minutes. Why are you gonna take him out, break the momentum, and then not even put him back in the game? That's why he was asking to be. That's why he was asking to be traded.
Yeah,
which now, he has gone off and has played well, and I'm hoping that Moody can do the same thing. Because like I said, if the season wasn't today, the Warriors would be playing in the play-in tournament in the West. In the East, pretty much everything is still the same. Boston the 1, Cleveland the 2, Milwaukee 3, Knicks 4, Heat 5, and the Sixers at number 6, with Indiana, Orlando, Chicago, and Atlanta in the play-in if the season was to start today.
You were fucking 3 seed. We were the 3 seed. We were so close. And fucking who the fuck fell on Embiid? Who was it?
From the Warrior.
I know. Was it?
I think it was Kuminga.
Damn. Better be glad I like him. Because if it was somebody else, I'm like, we got to go to the barnyard, bro. You don't disrespect the MVP like that. mind you, I didn't have no fight in that game because we know. But until I saw my ninja on the floor flopping like a fish out of water, I was like, yeah, that big motherfucker hurt. And then they rushed him back too early. And then he clumsy as it is already. Bro, we're damn near on the borderline of getting to the play-in tournament. And that scares me because that means they're gonna rush Embiid back because they're gonna get in panic mode. This was supposed to be the squad that was supposed to contend. And now, even if Embiid does come back and terrorize the league, he can't win the MVP. He's already been eliminated.
Yeah, because you have to play in 65 games to qualify for.
And that's the bad thing per se that the league did, and I get why they did it. But now you're going to get these players to try to force themselves to come out of if they really are injured, just because if they're having a good year. And that's all the media was saying, that Embiid came back too early after the injury he had against the Warriors because of the year he was having would mess up his MVP candidacy.
Well,
now you're going to have these other players not caring about it, and they're just going to be like, you know what, load management.
Fuck it. That crap. So, switching to the NFL as legal tampering starts in a couple of weeks.
Wait, but the combine starts in a few hours today. Yeah,
that is true. That is true. As Tom Telesco does his first combine as Raiders GM, as John Lynch is already in Indianapolis, although Kyle Shanahan will not be attending, along with some other coaches. But the
whole damn staff of Raiders are there, damn near the whole staff.
Well, the next time you'll be watching the Commies play football in Landover, Maryland. It will not be called FedEx. It will not be called FedEx Field no more, as FedEx said, you know what? We're done. We're tired of having our name associated to the worst grass field in football. So they have ended their naming rights, which of course comes 2 years before their actual expiration. So
that means they bought out that contract. That's how bad they want. They bought out. If there was still 2 years left on that contract, that means FedEx was like, you know what? Here. We'll lump sum this some bitch, and we're out of here.
In other news, Marquez Valdez-Scantling has been released by the Chiefs. For the Chiefs, they will save $12 million. Yes, he does. He leaves with a ring, but he will save the Chiefs $12 million in cap space. He was part of a 3-year deal that he signed in 2022, and he had 1 year on that deal, which was a 3-year, $30 million deal that he originally signed, but he'll be taking his talents elsewhere. In addition to that, the Chiefs, I don't know if you're open. Well, I don't know why you would be doing this, but they're open to trading their all-pro quarterback, L'Jarius Sneed, but they're also willing to franchise tag him. If you're the Chiefs, I would definitely franchise tag him. But then again, will the contract that they pay Chris Jones make it hard for them to keep L'Jarius Sneed? That remains to be seen.
Who are they keeping? Who's the priority?
Oh, Chris Jones. You can find cornerbacks in the draft, but edge rushers are far and few in between, as you know. So if you already have one in there, you do everything you can to make sure you keep that edge rusher, because basically he's the reason why Ayuk and Jennings did not get the ball in overtime, because they were both butt naked wide open because somebody decided to just give Chris Jones a free lane to the doggone quarterback to make Purdy have to throw the ball early. But that's here nor there. The Falcons have released tight end Jonnu Smith. The Buccaneers have also released Shaq Barrett. So there's an edge rusher if somebody needs one. And that's a pretty doggone
in the tooth, though.
He is, but he is still effective when he's putting in limited play. And plus, he did help the Buccaneers win a Super Bowl. And he is an All Pro guy. So
It has to be the right system for him to be with.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And actually, he has 2 rings because he was on the Broncos Super Bowl 50 team. So, I mean, you have a guy that knows
long in the tooth.
Long in the tooth, but if you can have him play in certain situations, he can be your version of Fred Dean, play when you need to. So did you hear about Tyreek Hill getting sued?
It's all over Twitter. I mean, excuse me, X. Yeah, I didn't. She did a video on crutches.
My.
I mean, so Tyreek Hill is getting sued for performing a football move that you signed up to try to stop, and he just happened to give you the business. Is that if that am I understanding that that's what she's suing for? Because if that's correct, then I am just totally lost with the system. We can sue somebody for the football field, and a football player did what he's supposed to do on the football field, and you're suing him because you couldn't stop it, or because you failed.
I don't know.
If somebody out there knows that, somebody please explain to me to that because I'm confused. Well, not really, because if a burglar breaks into your house and he fucks himself up, he can sue you. So I'm done. You broke in my house. You don't know the layout.
Jets release guard Lakeland Tomlinson, former 49er. He had played in all 34 games for the Jets, signing a 3-year deal with him in 2022. But that is an $18 million cap hit for the Jets. But the Jets do free up $8.1 million in cap space. Andy Reid is
a lot of money.
Andy Reid is about to get a lot of money as he's about to get paid. Tom Telesco has come out and said, Devontae Adams, we're not trading him. He is going to be there.
I ain't even general manager know anything about it. And I kept saying that on this show. Devontae ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
People don't understand. The man is where he wants to be. If you paid attention to his press conference when he came to the Raiders, he said finally his family can see him play professional football. They were not coming to his grandparents. And he's playing for his childhood team. He ain't going nowhere. I've been preaching that. So thank you, Telesco, for making me look like a genius.
All right. Colts GM Chris Ballard has said that Michael Pittman Jr. will be on the Colts week 1, be it
either a tag or a long-term deal.
But he says that Anthony Richardson will have a wide receiver number 1 to throw the ball to.
It's about to be so fun.
Will Levis, Anthony Richardson, C.J. Stroud, and Sunshine. That AFC South, if all those guys can play effectively at a high level,
at the age of 25 or 25, right?
That division is going to be fun to watch. It really, really is. Looking forward to seeing it. And Raheem Morris believes that the Falcons are a quarterback away from being really, really good. Will Atlanta be one to get a quarterback in the draft?
The field sweepstakes is what I'm hearing.
Justin Fields throwing to Drake London and Kyle Pitts is probably a lot better than Ritter throwing the ball. But
I have a question for you, brother.
Go ahead.
Have you seen that video of Justin Fields doing some form of jumping around, celebrating in the house? Have you seen that video going around?
I have not.
Just imagine. Okay, so I can still ask you this question because I can. So imagine you seen the video of Justin
Mm-hmm.
Fields just like jumping up, clapping. Basically what AB did when he found out the Raiders released him. I know you've seen that video. Okay, minus the running out the house though, but that celebrating. So their speculation is that he probably got informed that he will be traded. Do you believe that, or do you think this is just a fabricated video that he could just be listening to music? He could be this, that, and the third. Now, mind you, I'm asking this question that you've seen him jumping up and down, doing the rah, rah. Now, it hasn't
It's
come out
hard.
the Twitter.
It's hard to tell because I'm just like, well, what because I know the Bears fans want him to stay,
Right.
and I know
Okay.
DJ Moore has been adamant about saying, you know what,
I also left out a minor detail to this video because I wanted to see how you were going to go with it before I gave you this detail. The video, I believe, was
Okay.
uploaded. The video was uploaded by his agent, I believe, or a friend or an agent. And your mic's muted again. There you go.
okay, if you're going there, then
But let me find out if it was a friend or an agent real quick while you speak on it, and then I can give you the full detail.
well, I think in Justin Fields' case, it's just if you're the Bears, make up your mind already, or just tell me what you want to do, and just go from there. If you want to trade me, then hell, trade me. But if you're going to trade me, let me tell you where I want. Let me tell you where I want to go. Because again, if you
And
possibly put him,
it was his
if
agent
you
that posted.
if you possibly put me in Atlanta, and Zach Robinson is a very good play caller. Like I said, he was on the Rams staff,
Yes.
and you saw what he did with Cooper Kupp and Pua Nakua, and with Matt
Yes.
Stafford as his quarterback. There are some weapons in Atlanta, Georgia, on the Falcons team by the name of Kyle Pitts and Drake London, and you have two very good backs in Tyler Algier, and of course that man that goes by the name of Bijan Robinson, who did not get the ball enough, in my opinion, last running the ball. That is, didn't get a chance to really show off his superior running skills in the run game for Atlanta. Okay, Raheem Morris, he knows the NFC South. He was in it for a long time as coach of the Buccaneers, so he's back in a division that he is familiar with. Okay, now keep this in mind.
Well, did he go to the Super Bowl with this team when Dan Quinn was the coach? Was he on that squad?
No, I think Raheem was on the if he wasn't on the former Redskins staff, he might have been with the Rams. I'm not too sure, but no, he was not on the Falcons. He was not on the Falcons staff when they went to Super Bowl 51. No, he was not. I don't think he was. But well, you say that, I'm going to look this up, so keep that in mind. But
to speak facts on this show, this is what we like to do.
So actually, we can look at his whole entire coaching staff, so we can actually, get it right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you were correct because when they went to Super Bowl 51, he was the assistant head coach, wide receivers coach, offensive pass game coordinator. So he was on the Falcons staff when they went to Super Bowl 51 in the 2016 season. After he was the Falcons assistant head coach. Okay, so for 3 seasons he was the Falcons assistant head coach. He was coach of the defensive backs and was the defensive pass game coordinator in 2015. Then, of course, as we just mentioned, he was that. And then when Dan Quinn got fired, he was the interim head coach for the Falcons in 2020.
There we go.
So
it makes sense for him to come back. It just
Yes.
told the circle should just come around for him. That's perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
So,
Just beat the
oh,
Saints.
I did not know that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know he was on the and I hate to throw an old wound, but I did not know he was on the Tampa Bay coaching staff in 2002. Yeah,
With
I
Mike
didn't know
Tomlin.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
knew that. So you wasn't cutting
Okay.
nothing up, and I knew
Oh,
that.
okay. I mean, I knew Mike Tomlin was on the staff, but I
Yeah.
didn't know. I didn't know
Well,
Raheem Morris was.
he
But
got he
nonetheless,
got a ring for
he's got
with the
two.
Bucks.
He's got two of them. One with the Rams, one with the Bucks. Okay, but he, like I said, Raheem Morris, him being back in that division. Now remember, the Buccaneers only won the division with 9 wins. I think this past season, I think they went 9-8
Yeah,
to win the division. So,
right.
given with the weapons that Atlanta already has, and I'm pretty sure he will shore up the defense because he is a good defensive coach. And like I said, he was the defensive coordinator when the Rams won Super Bowl 56 against the Bengals.
And he will get free agents to come
So,
there. Atlanta did right. They will get some free agents.
yes, yeah. I mean, who would not want to live in the ATL? So, I mean,
Lord.
it made all the sense for Arthur Blank to hire him or to bring him back.
Yeah.
Made all the sense
There
in
was
the world.
the quietest thing. I was this close to almost moving to Atlanta.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm just happy. Let's just say I'm happy I didn't.
Well, I mean, you definitely would have some. You definitely would have some very good cooking in Atlanta. That's for doggone sure. There is no question about that. But as the world turns, as we're getting closer to the draft, as the combine is happening,
And we are 2 weeks away from free agency. Let's go.
So, be it draft or free agency, if you are your beloved Raiders, what do you think is the biggest need for the Raiders besides quarterback, which we've talked about ad nauseum? But what is the other key positions for you, per se, that you want to see the Raiders go after and attack via the draft or free agency before we call it a night?
Let's go right tackle number one. I'm gonna throw that out there right off the top. They need right tackle. The left is good. Colt Miller's been so net, and you know what? And you know what I love about what Colt Miller has done? He has shut up the naysayers quickly. The moment that John Gruden drafted Colt Miller, all they wanted to crucify him and like, oh my God, what are you doing? But what has Colt Miller been doing? Been a staple. Okay. So, but to jump back on the question, we need a right tackle. They need somebody in the middle. If you're gonna, they need on defense because I believe right now they're moving. They're gonna. Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. Let me stay on the offensive side of the ball real quick. So they need a right tackle, and they're gonna need a left guard because I believe they're gonna move Dylan Parham to center. I believe they're gonna let Andre James walk. They're gonna let him test free agency, and they're gonna let Jermaine Illuminor test free agency. And honestly, quietness kept. I like Jermaine Illuminor. He speaks the Raider way, but my man gets too many penalties at the wrong time. We're talking about when JJ didn't bust it for like 30 yards, holding, big bomb or big play with the holding, and it's always Illuminor. So I think they're gonna let Andre James and Luminor walk. So that means if they're definitely moving Dylan Parham to center, they're going to need a left guard because he was a left guard position. So we got to build this thing in the trenches.
Now it's
we got to
funny
get at. Okay, go ahead.
Now it's funny you mention that because looking at Bucky Brooks, his mock draft, he has you guys taking Fasanu, the O tackle from Penn State, at 13.
Well, what you don't understand is I like these mock drafts. I like these guys, especially Mel Kiper. I wish I could have his job just to predict the draft that he has nothing about where these teams are going to pick. It's almost like the weatherman.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But what don't nobody understand is y'all got to listen to what the coach is saying.
Mm-hmm.
The coach said he want a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that when these GMs went through the interview process, the main two questions that Antonio Pierce and Mark Davis was asking: can you get us a franchise quarterback? Now I know this in the third, and I'm gonna throw this out there. Damn, I was trying to be smart and use a scientific term of when you're trying to. Is it hypothesis?
Your
Say
your
it.
your hypothesis.
Thank you. That's what I'm about to throw out there. We're gonna trade the number. We're gonna get to number 3. We're gonna get up 10 spots.
Well, we know who AP wants. He wants Mr. Daniels from LSU via of Arizona State University.
If it goes Caleb Williams 1, and if it's not Daniels 2, look here. I know I've been seeing the memes and everything. It got Tom Telesco at the press conference with our slogan, and cousin. Yes, we do need defense. No, ooh. The defense was fine last year. Defense wasn't the problem. The defense held the Minnesota Vikings to 3 points, and the Raiders offense scored 0. The defense held one of the most high-powered offenses that year to 24 points. We need defense. We need somebody in the middle. And I was going to get there, but I had to jump because you said that. All they need to do is plug somebody in the middle. Kuntz and Max Crosby is going to be a damn problem next year. You plug somebody in the middle of that can pass rush, that's going to make Jack Jones' job a lot easier. Now, if we're going to speak on defense, let's speak on defense. Give me a solid middle linebacker
to complement Spillane.
Exactly. I mean, I like I can't think of his name right now. Number 5, Diablo. I like Devon Diablo. The young man just can't stay on the field. I like Moore. I like Epps. We still got I hope they re-sign the young man Isaiah Paulo, number 20. We'll love to have him back.
You're not wrong.
But if we're going to speak on defense, we need somebody to go on the other side of Jack Jones. I think Bennett is still too green. We need somebody to go alongside Jack Jones. And don't tell me put Nate Hobbs out there. Yes, Nate Hobbs would be nice, but Nate Hobbs eats at the nickel position. That's his bread and butter because he comes down on the tackle. He can get to the running back, and he's a sure tackler. And you can blitz him. So the defense don't need to be tweaked too much. We need offense. We need the trenches. We need the trenches built on the offensive line. We need somebody to complement Colton Miller. We need somebody that's going to complement Dylan Parham if we're going to move him to the center position. I believe Taylor Mumford can be a good centerpiece. I just don't think he can hold it down the whole season. A good centerpiece. I don't think he can do that. So me, I think we're gonna go up there in that number 3 position, and we're gonna do some business with the Patriots. And I believe Jaden Daniels is going to be the franchise quarterback. And if we're doing that, the next thing you need to do is build that offensive line and re-sign JJ.
There you go. There you have it. There you have it. There you have it. There you have it. Um, and you're not wrong on any of that aspect. As for me, it's very simple. Um, right side of the offensive line. Right side of the offensive line. Did I mention right side of the offensive line?
I think you
Um,
said the opposite of left.
I did. And if you can find and if you can find a center, find one too. Um, can Jaleel Brown take over Tashawn Gibson's spot? Because I think Tashawn Gibson is going to be a big casualty cap number to bring back if you try to re-sign him. Um,
Yeah, I
you're
think he already
getting,
said. I already think he gave you guys your flowers and said thank you. I
yeah.
think he came out and said that. I could be wrong. Don't
So
quote
I
me.
mean, but I mean, you can have Jaleel Brown play that role because obviously you're going to get Hufanga back to play that free safety position.
Now that
So
now that was a difference maker in you guys' run.
oh, I agree. I agree.
That, that young man on the field, I think him alone would have continued to shut down Kelsey. And even with the Greenlaw injury, I think with him on that field, you could almost use him as like a linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure to keep that spy on the Kelsey and cover that 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 significant part of the football field.
It's always the big what if him
Yeah, I
if
know.
Hufanga
I know.
if Hufanga
I
and
didn't want to bring that up, bro. I
no
just
no
want to
no
get
no
it out
no
there because
no but it's a true statement. If their
it
chances are a
gives you a
lot
decent scheme, though. It
their
does.
chances their chances are a lot better if Talanoa Hufanga and Dre Greenlaw did not get hurt when they did. Who knows what who knows what happens in the Super Bowl? I mean, again,
I
hindsight is
think you would have
2020.
dropped the
We can
team
always
if
do.
it was on the field and you lost Greenlaw. I just think that he could have stepped in that part and you could have used him as a hybrid linebacker slash safety, whatever
You could have,
nickel, whatever.
but now they still have to figure out who their freaking defensive coordinator is going to be. And I,
Yeah, you might be getting the guy from San Diego. I mean, excuse me.
now again, the 1 year he was defensive coordinator with the Rams ranked high in a lot of categories. So I
But what
think in
happened
his
to
case,
Eaglewood and
I
took over?
hey, I know what happened in Inglewood. The Chargers chargered.
Well,
However,
could he
here's
be a North runner? Could he be a better coordinator than the head coach?
possibly because again, I mean, he's interviewed twice for a reason. So apparently there's something that is
Cooking.
possibly.
Are you
I
willing to accept that hire if it happens?
would I like it per se personally? No, but again, I'm a fan of the players, not the coaches. Here's my stance on this. Get the guy that fits the scheme of what you want to run. If it fits, doesn't matter how I feel about him as a head coach or a coordinator. If it fits, or if you feel like he fits what you want to run defensively, if he fits the scheme, if he fits the schematic, and all that stuff, if it's the right fit, I'll ride with it, and whatever happens, happens. But best believe, if it does not work out, the fan base will definitely say something about it.
Would
But
you
again,
rather would you rather take Staley or Mike Vrabel?
I would say Vrabel, but I don't think Vrabel's ego will allow himself to be a coordinator.
I love it, brother. That's the same thing that I would have said. The words your exact spitting words. If it was vice versa, if I was a Niner fan and you asked me that question, that would have been the same thing I would have said. Not his ego per se.
Because
I guess I have to say ego. I guess I couldn't say not ego.
once you've been that head coach, and Mike Vrabel won in Tennessee. Mike Vrabel got to a conference championship game, if I'm not mistaken, 1 year against the Chiefs. If I'm not mistaken. So Vrabel's had success as a coach. And once you have been successful, once you've been a successful head coach, it seems like you don't want to be nothing else more than a head coach, which I understand. I get it. I do. But it's just
well. I hate to be the bearer, the that type of person, but look at the coaching staff that my organization has put together. Pretty much
correct.
a bunch of former head coaches besides Getsy.
True, but
Hell,
here, but
I totally
here's
forgot that Mike Philbin was still part of the NFL. He was the Miami Dolphins head coach. What year?
Late 20 teens, but at the same time, Antonio Pierce is smart, getting his staff a former.
No. I wasn't trying to throw shade at my head coach.
No. You're not. No, you're not throwing shade. I'm just saying, on AP Smart, he is smart, getting former head coaches to be on the staff so he can, get their knowledge of how. Again, like I said, him getting Marvin Lewis to be his assistant head coach made all the sense in the world because he can feed off that, and not to mention, doggone well, Tom Collins is going to be in the building in Henderson, Nevada, at that facility.
Oh, yes, he's going to be. He's put this way. He's gonna be that person that's getting paid under the table. He's going to be a big consultant, and sure. I know we got to wrap it up because you got to take your nap, bro. But I just want to see. I'm not going to make big. Like I'm already excited because they did the right thing. They hired AP, and they brought in a proven good GM. My thing is not. I need to see number one what they're going to do in free agency. Free agency is pretty much going to tell me what they're going to do in the draft. Does that you know what I'm saying? I kind of glad that free agency comes before the draft because now you know what they're going to do in the draft. So if they go balls deep in defense, okay, that means we're going to be showing up the offensive line. We're going to be showing up the offense through the draft. Now, if they juggle it, I'm like, holy shit, what are we going to do? But I do know one thing, though. They want a franchise quarterback. A quarterback will be drafted by the Raiders in this year's draft. If it's going to be we trade up to get it, or we're going to sit back and wait for Michael Penix Jr. So my prediction is either we're going to get Jay Daniels or it's going to be Penix Jr.
So it's going to be somebody from the Pac-12 or the former Pac-12. Now, I will say this, going back to my team's defensive corner search.
He was coming from LSU.
Yeah, but you think of him more as
he came from Arizona State first before he went to LSU on the Heisman Trophy.
Now, granted, yes, he won the Heisman as an LSU Bayou Bengal. I understand it, I get it, but
he got recruited to go play football for Arizona State.
I still think of him more as a Sun Devil. Now, I will say this: I do like the Niners in-house candidates that they did interview, which they interviewed their defensive backs coach and Daniel Bullocks, former player with the Lions, and they interviewed Nick Sorensen. I'm okay if they stay in-house and go.
That's
again. Now again, I would rather them prefer to go in-house if you're going to go that route, but they also interviewed Chiefs defensive back.
Look at me knowing about your staff members on your team. I'll take a full tequila on that.
Well, they have also interviewed Chiefs defensive back coach Dave Merritt. He's about to be set for interview, looking for that job. But, however,
The head coaching job down the line here pretty soon. So yeah, I will give it to Nick.
But I'm okay with Sorensen or Bullocks.
Yeah.
Even though something tells me they might go with Staley, but I know the last few times they have promoted in-house for defensive coordinator, it's worked out pretty well for the 49ers. I'm just,
Who was it? Nick O'Ryan, Robert Saleh.
Yes. So I mean, I'm just it's worked out pretty well the last two times they've promoted in-house.
Fangio got a head coaching job after he was
correct. And of course, we all know George Seifert.
Talking about the fucking Niners.
Well, I mean, look at it this way: the last time the Raiders hired a linebacking coach to be a head coach, it turned out pretty well.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I hold my dopest beat maker that I know right now, that you're going to hear again his new outro for the Mizzle and Dub show. I've said this on the show before. The last time they did it, all the guy did was have the best winning percentage record as a head coach in NFL. And I think that percentage still stands to this day. Or he might be 3. But I tell you this, you play his video games all the time. If you don't know who I'm talking about, his name is John Madden. Okay. He was the linebacker coach for the Oakland Raiders at the time.
So, as they say, sometimes history has a chance to repeat itself. So, there you go. So, again, we will keep track about all the free agent signings when legal tampering officially starts.
March is about to be on
the 14th.
Buckle up. March is going to be on fire because we also have March Madness is going to start picking up. So you already know we're going to talk about college football. So you already got free agency, legal tampering,
college basketball.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's. We've been giving you shows, but we're about to give you a lot of content, and the A7FL is going to be picking up here pretty soon, and we're going to be doing after they have their games, we're going to be doing our recap shows on that. So
you're going to be seeing a lot of
get used to these faces.
So don't. You've been forewarned. Don't be scared. But nonetheless, well, I mean, it wasn't a quick rapid fire decision. Turned into a little bit under an hour and a half, but still, nonetheless, we want to touch on the association, of course, possible free agents and the combine and all that good stuff as we are approaching the draft, which April will be here sooner than later. Of course, MLB kicking into high gear with spring training. Of course, opening day is March the 28th. So, springtime, fall time, normally the best time of the year for sports, as sports are starting up and as others are ending.
The What's other that? Football league, did you say that?
The UFL, yes. The United Football League, the best of the XFL, the best of the USFL, and they actually will get to play in their home areas this season, which is good to see. So there won't be no games in Ohio when it's supposed to be Memphis against Michigan. You will see them playing in Michigan and Birmingham and all other places in between. So exciting stuff to see. But nevertheless, those that came in and chimed in, we appreciate you guys.
Hold on, brother. Say this. As my brother is this off. This my son. Okay. Let's get this. Don't do this right now. Come on, as we're in the ring. Oh, so can you still hear me? Okay, here we go. So, as we were saying, so if you didn't catch the last show, we displayed my son, his nephew's new outro beat for the show. So as my brother ends us off, check out Zordok-san's new outro for us.
So as we say, so long for now. Special thanks to our 100 subscribers. Subscribe. Did I mention subscribe? But nonetheless, special thanks to EJ Mizzle for coming in and commenting, and special thanks to those that came in and stayed up with us to watch the Mizzle and Dub show. We appreciate it. Again, don't forget to tell your friends about us. If you have questions, if you have a topic you want us to discuss.
All pro drop
yes.
Please do that. Also check out my brother on the other side of the
And of course, Talking Ish with myself and Chris Vera on Saturdays from 5 to 6. So I am just everywhere doing my best Tony Irizarry and Alan Huey impression of being a working Jamaican, just more so on camera. But nonetheless, thank you all for watching episode 168 of the Mizzle and Dub Show. And as always, it's 12 o'clock some damn where. Take care of yourself. Be safe out there. Springtime is vastly approaching, but nonetheless, take care of yourself and each other. And may the good Lord bless all of you as it's time for me to take a nap.
And enjoy the smooth music of Zordok.
And you've been watching the Mizzle and Dub Show.